Good afternoon, I guess. So in Los Angeles, you can see the airport in the background. I'm here today, tomorrow, and then Sunday we go home. So, news of the day for all you fine people. I did not bring my computer. I packed really light this time out. I'm like, we're only going for a couple of days. I want to keep it simple. So there's videos that are going to post to the channel while I'm here, the same as in Vegas. But I didn't bring my computer. So, news of the day, and I didn't bring a whiteboard either. So, if anybody's wondering, where's the whiteboard? I didn't bring that. Again, I packed really light because I'm like, it's only a couple of days, and I didn't feel. This is ridiculous when I'm bringing this huge Herkin suitcase and it's so heavy. I wasn't doing that this time. So, going in no particular order, just the notes I've taken on this. Kuzmenko has been wowing people at the Canucks camp already. The skill is there. Now, keep in mind, of course, it's not game action. It's not against, another team. And so we'll see when they get into games against other teams how things go. But he is playing on one of the top three lines still. The camp, it looks like the lines all stayed the same today as they were yesterday. So, it tells me that Boudreau has a good idea of who those top three lines are going to be. It may not be those combinations, but that's probably going to be your top three lines for the Vancouver Canucks. So we'll keep an eye on Kuzmenko and see if he continues to trend in the right direction, right? And I also want to throw in here because I know that there's training camp in 32 cities and the optimism's high everywhere. Fans are excited for the upcoming season, and rightfully so. This looks like it could be a really excellent season. Winnipeg, there's a lot of optimism there as well. Bonus saying that there's going to be accountability with the Jets, which Jets fans have said at times is not there. They said that under Paul Maurice. So we'll see if things are in fact better under Rick Bonus. So, this chair, seriously. Anyway, getting to Calgary news. Sonny Milano is on a line with Kadri and Eakins. Eakins is a placeholder until Mangiapane joins the team. Cody Eakins is on a tryout, so we'll see whether or not he makes it. Eakins can be a decent fourth liner. He can fill in here and there, so maybe he ends up getting himself a contract, but that's two guys on tryouts. And Milano's saying all the right things. We'll see if he ends up getting a contract. We'll know in a couple of weeks, right? Mackenzie Weegar has been paired with Tanev, which means he's playing on the offside, so he's not playing on his natural side. The plan is to make them the shutdown pairing. Weegar can also produce a lot of points, and if he kicks in really well with Calgary, you're going to have yourself a really good tandem there. Last year, what I remember with Tanev was that he helped out Shillington. He was also paired with Hannafin. And so, yeah, he's already shown himself to be a pretty good mentor and a pretty good partner. And again, I'm not going to say anything negative about Chris Tanev. It's just never going to happen. It's just never going to happen. Anton Stralman, who was sitting out there as a unrestricted free agent, has been or is in the process of signing a professional tryout with the Boston Bruins. Boston could absolutely use some depth on the blue line. So while Stralman's older at this point, and I don't think the expectations would be high if he's going to be a bottom pairing guy or a number 7 guy, I don't think that hurts the Bruins. So that seems to be the plan with Stralman, and we'll see if he's able to earn himself a contract as well. There are a lot of tryouts this year. I would think during the flat cap era that will continue, so we'll probably see that next year and the following year as well. Once the salary cap starts to really go up, that's when we'll see GMs taking more of a chance in signing more guys. But at this point, there are a lot of tryouts, and I think that's going to be the case the next couple of years. And it has to be frustrating for players too, because you go through the whole summer without a contract, without an income, and now you're trying out to try to earn yourself that contract for said income, and you just don't really know, right? And you got like a few games to prove yourself, and then you make it or you don't, and so it has to be a lot of stress. Tristan Jarry, who's entering the final year of his contract with the Pittsburgh Penguins, they're sitting down and talking extension. We can discuss how much he is worth, of course, at another time. I would say that Jarry's proven himself to be a very good starter for the Pittsburgh Penguins. The question I have with Jarry is, so in the playoffs, is it going to translate as well? This past playoffs, of course, we didn't see against the Rangers because he was injured. But the previous playoffs, he did struggle. So we'll see when we get to playoff time. But odds are we'll know what's going on with his extension well before we get to the playoffs for Pittsburgh. If they're talking extension with him right now, it's because they want to get it done. TJ Oshie is out there skating. He had off-season surgery. They're saying it was a core issue, upper body injury. They're not really saying exactly what it was, but it looks like Oshie was in a lot of discomfort, and so they're being really, really cautious about his return to the ice and him going through all the workouts and everything. They want to make sure he's 100%. I absolutely agree. Oshie at this point in his career, you want to make sure he's healthy when he's on the ice, and you want to make sure he's able to play as many games as possible. Capitals are not a team that is as awash in depth as some of the other teams in the East, so they need guys to be able to step up, especially with Backstrom being out for likely at least the first half of the season, right? So that's something they have to look forward to, and make sure that between now and then that they're healthy and that they're able to absorb whatever setbacks come their way until Backstrom comes back. Korpisalo. So this is interesting news out of Columbus. Had hip surgery in the offseason, and it looks like he's out indefinitely. There's no timetable for his return. This is one of those things that it just makes it interesting that they re-signed him. He gets the hip surgery, so he'll go on LTIR, would be my guess. And then Tarasov gets that shot at the backup job. Tarasov looked good last year, as you know, for what he played in the NHL, which wasn't very much. Small sample size, yes, but he looked good. So this is his chance. So it looks like for Columbus, they're going to be a playoff team. Tarasov could absolutely play a role in that. And obviously, this could mean a heavier workload for Elvis, or does it? So the question I have for people watching this, and for Columbus fans watching this too, is how do you feel that Columbus is going to do in the absence of Korpisalo? Do you feel better about Tarasov as the backup, or do you feel like Korpisalo could have had a bounce back from what was a pretty rough season last year in Columbus? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happen upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.